the sports station. Here is Spencer Davidson.
The Utica Comets' magical season ended last night with a heartbreaking 2-1 loss in Game 5 of the Calder Cup Finals as they fell just 3 wins short of the AHL's ultimate prize. After the game, fans chanted, "Thank you, Comets," recognizing a special year here in Utica. But as the players cleaned out their lockers for the summer today, it was their turn to give thanks.
Standing out there after all the series we won and all the big games we won this year, and them going crazy was really awesome. But it was almost more special last night after a loss like that and such a tough end to the season. They're on their feet the last 10 minutes and chanting, and it was kind of tough, growing up here and being a hometown kid to look up and see that. But emotionally, but it was pretty special, and credit to them. They've been absolutely unbelievable. This place is insane, and they for sure put it on the map.
We want to win for the city because the city deserved it. They're the best fans in the league, and we used to say it, and now everybody says it. There's no doubt. It's not even close. These are the best fans in the league, and there's a reason why people come here, and they understand that.
That's not even a question. They're at the top, hands down, bar none. It was, if you can't be playing in the NHL, this is kind of the place to be. It's an NHL atmosphere, and it's, they treat you so well here, the fans, the organization. You really can't beat it.
That's a special place, a really special place, and it's a place that I'll always be able to, when my kid grows up, I'll be able to tell him stories, and we go to Calder Cup Finals, and it's just been a really, really exciting and fun year. And this place, I honestly can't say enough good things about this city. It's the quality of people that live here and the support. And I think it was just, it was exemplified. Again, I keep going back to how classy the fans were, but it was really exemplified. We lost, and it wasn't the outcome that we deserved. It wasn't the outcome that the fans deserved, but no matter what, they stuck by us and they supported us along the way throughout the entire year. And that's just, to me, it was unbelievable just to see that.
I still remember I got sent down from Vancouver, and I was getting driven in from the airport in Syracuse, and I asked the guy, "Where's the downtown?" And we were at the rink, and he looked around and he said, "Oh, you're in the downtown now." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Like, I'm from a big city in Calgary. I went home, I called my mom, and I was like, it's a lot like where I played junior, kind of a small town. And the more and more I was here, the more I got to meet people, the more home games we had, the more I realized how special it is. And there's not a single guy in this room, including myself, that wouldn't go to bat for this city and this organization. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. And after the game, the fans were out there. They were trying to cheer us on even though we lost. And I think a lot of guys in our team, almost every guy, tried to shake as many people's hands, and that's tough to do after you lose. But when you have fan support like we did this year, you genuinely want to thank them. And from the bottom of our hearts, our team really, really loves this city.
It's a great spot to live and play. It's always nice going out there knowing that there's fans in the stands that care and come to see you play every night. A lot of cities don't have that. You go into some rinks, they have 1,000 fans. Playing in front of a sold-out crowd, as loud as they are, the boost it gives you when you step on that ice, it's unbelievable. It's like our sixth man out on the ice every night. Thanks to them all year long, having them supporting us and cheering us on.
So we are so lucky to have the Comets here in Utica, but guess what? The Comets are lucky to have us too. Time for a break. Still to come on Sunday Night Sports Extra. The Yankees looking to avoid the weekend sweep to the Orioles, and plenty more. But first, here's your Sunday scoreboard. Welcome back. The once hot New York Yankees came into today losers of their last 3 and were at risk of a weekend sweep to division rival Baltimore Orioles this afternoon. The Yankees also trying to end the O's 6-game winning streak, preventing the franchise from its first 7-game streak in 10 years. Former Yankee manager Buck Showalter taking on current Yankee manager Joe Girardi in this AL East showdown. Bottom of the first, Yanks with the early lead, but in trouble. Bases loaded for Baltimore as Nolan Reimold knocks a 2 RBI single to center as the O's take over by a 2-1 score. Top 5 now, tie game. Bombers with their chance, the bases juice this time. John Ryan Murphy at the dish delivers big time with a hot shot down the third baseline. That scores 2 runs as the Yanks retake the lead 5-3. Bottom 9, still 5-3, but Baltimore with the tying run at the plate. No need to fear, though. Dylan Betances closes it out, getting Weeder swinging. Yankees win at 5-3 and avoid the weekend sweep. Next up, Miami for the first 2 of a home-and-home. Back at Citi Field, the Mets and Braves in the rubber match of a 3-game weekend set. Top second, tie ball game 1-1. Jace Peterson at the plate, and he drills a homer over the wall and right. A 3-run dinger puts the Braves on top 4-1. Bottom 3, Wilmer Flores at the dish now, hoping to get the Amazons back in it, and he lines one to right. That'll score 2 runs as the Mets cut the deficit at this point to 5-3. Top 4, not the response you would have hoped. On the other side of the ball, Kelly Johnson caps off a big inning for the Braves with a line drive single to right, and it's now 8-3 Braves. But the Mets not going quietly. A major comeback is capped off in the bottom of the 6th by this 3-run shot by Juan Lagares, which gives the Mets a 10-8 lead. New York comes back from down 5 runs to win it in a wild one, taking 2 of 3 in this NL East weekend battle. Now, the Sprint Cup Series made a stop in the backyard of the nation's automakers with the Quicken Loans 400 at Michigan International Speedway. Today was especially important for drivers who haven't picked up a win this season, including Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Casey Kane, and Jeff Gordon. A NASCAR race in Brooklyn, Michigan, that is, as dark clouds loomed over the track this afternoon. Kane, the winner of this week's pole, and led the field to the green flag. Let's go racing! It didn't last long, though. Just 13 laps in, the car is called to pit road and parked under the red flag. In a rain delay, the race delayed by about an hour. When it resumed, it was delayed once again for another hour. When racing finally resumed on lap 52, this is not what Kyle Busch needed. He gets loose coming out of turn 4, smacks the wall with the right front. Another DNF had him finish dead last in 43rd. Kyle Larson, crew chief, Chris Herron, was looking to be a hero, keeping his driver on the track, but old tires would force the 42 into the pit, giving the lead to Kurt Busch in the Stewart-Haas 41. With 62 laps to go, another delay for rain would end the day early. 4 separate rain delays in all. The race was finally called, and as anticlimactic as it was, Kurt Busch finishes as your winner. That'll do it for this edition of Sunday Night Sports Extra. Before we go, an update on the NBA Finals, where the Golden State Warriors won 104-91 at the Oracle Arena to take a 3-2 series lead and are now 1 win away from an NBA championship. We'll be right back.